Hey y'all, what's up? Good morning. Happy Monday. I hope you guys are feeling wonderful today, you guys. So, I'm sorry I do look a hot mess. I literally just woke up not that long ago. I'm waiting on Olivia to finish getting ready for school so that I can accompany her to the bus stop. So, anyways, comment down below. Let me know how your weekend went. You know, what you do. Did you have fun? In today's video, you guys, it's going to be a work vlog. I do have to work today, of course, but I'll be trying to work on 3 or 4 things today. I'm going to try to multitask because I have to do some stuff with my business. I have to finish editing for YouTube, for you guys, and then I have to take calls, and then I want to try to get some stuff listed on eBay. So I have a couple of things over here in the corner that I want to go ahead and get listed because I'm literally still paying for the store. Okay, I still have my eBay store, so I'm still paying for it, but I just don't have any active listings. I had took a break from it for a while, so I'm ready to get back on it, y'all, because we're trying to build multiple streams of income here. Okay. Alright, y'all, so I hope you guys took out everything that you needed to get done today, because we're going to do all the things. We're going to try to be as productive as we can today, so go ahead and make your to-do list to help you along. And that's what I'm going to do, because I actually have all these things that I want to do in my head, but the reality is, am I going to have enough time to do it? So, anywho, right now, the first thing I am doing is, before I open my emails and do anything else, is I'm going to go ahead and plan for the month of May. This is the planner that I am using. I bought this at Dollar Tree. It was $5. And it's a pretty nice size planner. It's a notebook size planner. And just in case you guys are new and haven't seen the layout of this just yet, I don't want to tell y'all to go back to the video that I did it on, because I don't know which video that was, but this is what the monthly spread looks like. So that's the monthly spread. And then down here, with the monthly spread, it's got some other little places that you can jot down stuff, so you know. And then it gets into the week. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill out May. Let's see, today is May 2nd, Monday. All right, just gonna but yeah, so I recommend, if you are wanting to be more productive throughout your day, just write down what you need to do and then go by that. And you know, if there's something that you weren't able to get done, carry it over to the next day. You know what I mean? Don't beat yourself up because you ran out of time to get it done. I had to learn that. I had to work on that because I am so hard on myself. And when I plan to do something, or I have my mind made up on something, I like to just go ahead and get it done. If I can't, then I used to be so hard on myself, but now I don't do that, y'all, because the reality is I'm only one person. There's only 24 hours in a day, and not everything is going to get done, you know, on the day that I would like it. So, all right, so I've got my dates filled in to my May planner. So I'm going to come back to the planner because I need to go and do my like look through all my bills and stuff like that and see when everything is due, so that I can write it down, write down whatever meetings I have. I have a meeting today at 12 o'clock. The thing is, I scheduled myself for 12, so hopefully someone picks up that particular interval so that I can make the meeting. If not, then I'll just catch the next one. All right, so after I've done my planner, I did the month, but I'm going to go back and do the week. I want to go ahead because I only got a little bit of time before I have to start taking calls. So I want to go ahead and prop open my email. And then if I need to send out any registration steps to any new applications, then that's what I normally do. So if you guys are starting your own virtual call center, there are some things that you can do to make the onboarding process a little bit easier for your agent. So for me, I have two ways that you can apply. I have an email address, and then I have a mini application on the website. So you can do either one, and I'll get them both. And then what I typically do is I look at the resume. So I wait about 24 hours or so. That gives me enough time to read the resume if they provided one. Sometimes if someone applies via email, then they'll just type out, say, hey, I'm interested, whatever, whatever. Sometimes they'll do that and then go back to the website and do the application. So I'll have like two, situations going on. But normally after about 24 hours, once I review everything, then I go back and I send registration steps. So let me show you guys what my registration steps look like. I go so how I was able to do it was I created a separate account. I used my husband's email, so I created a separate account so that I can register to the platform. And each step that I had to do, I just snapshot, wrote out instructions or whatnot, and then I went on to Canva and created my registration steps. So it's about like 6 or 7 pages. And this is what I give my agents if they want to register to the platform. And the reason why I do this is because if they want to be listed under my call center, there is some information that they're going to have to plug in that is listed on those registration steps. So sometimes I do have people go straight to the ariseworkfromhome.com website and register there. And then they'll hit me up and say, hey, I'm ready to move to the next step because I've registered to the platform. And then I go on my end and I don't see them there. So I try to let people know, hey, don't do that, because then I'll have to tell you how to undo what you did. And, sometimes that can be a bit much for people if they've already gone through all that and they don't want to do it again. So they'll just be like, bump it, and they won't respond back or whatever the case. But yes, so to make it easy for your agents to register on the platform, provide them a registration guide, a step-by-step guide that they can follow. That way they're putting in your call center IB number and all of the information that they need so that when they're done, they pop up on your roster. Okay. So that's how I do that. So let me open my email really quick here and check around. I have I've got 5 emails that I manage. Okay. So one of them is just an old email that I've had for years, and I'm slowly moving away from that email because now I'm getting like a whole bunch of spam emails. So that's like the old faithful email. And then I have my work email that I communicate with my agents on and send out important stuff. And then I have the email for when people want to register. And then I have my other email that I have out there for if anybody, a company or whatever, wants to collaborate with me on my YouTube channel. And then I have an email for eBay. So I try to manage them all. Sometimes, I do fall a little bit behind. But when checking my emails, I do get collaborations requests, via email. But honestly, you guys, if the email looks spamish, I don't even respond. And I've noticed that. Like, I get emails saying, hey, I've got this product, hey, we would like to collaborate with you and let us know. But the wording would be so jacked up. Like, it's like, dude, did a kid write this email or did an adult write this email? So whenever I go with my gut, guys, because there's so many people out here scamming, okay, and putting out links and stuff. And as soon as you click on the link, there goes all your information. Like, I don't have time for that. So if I look at an email and it just looks suspect, I don't click on it. I don't open it. Like, I don't click on none of the links within the email, right? and then I just ignore it. But yeah, y'all, so I get those emails all the time. People want to send me products and things like that, but the email, the verbiage of the email and the grammar and all that stuff, it just looks like a spam email. Okay, so let's see. I've got my work email open. That's the one I normally check first. And it looks like we've got a lead to be added to the email list. So I do have an email list, you guys, that I am building. And on the email list, I'm working on sending out just random information, things related to Arise, things related to how to get grants for small business owners, for women, all that type of stuff. So that'll actually be kicking off for the summer. I did pause it for a minute, but yeah, I'll start getting some more information out by the summer. So I have one inquiry here, so cool. It looks like I got an interest deposit through my business bank account, so awesome. I bank right now. I am using Bluevine as my business bank account, right? And so with Bluevine, they deposit money into your account, like you get an interest, over time or whatever. So about every once a month or so, I'll get like an interest deposit. So this time it was for $1.41. So I am grateful for that. And then of course all of the commitment adherence, urgent urgent interval services, stuff like that. Apparently they need more agents on the phone today, so you know. And that was it. So, oh yeah, let me put y'all on to this. I don't know if you guys use freeconferencecall.com, but they sent me an email about 4 days ago. I'll pop it open here. And I don't know if you guys received this email. Let me know down below if you're using this platform to do like meetings and stuff like that. If you got this email, they are apparently partnering up with a company called Amora, who is offering their platform users an exclusive offer to enjoy a bag of coffee for $1. Okay. So all you have to do is go on there, you click on the little claim your $1 bag of coffee, then it'll take you to the Amora website, you put in your info, you pay your dollar, and then you'll get your bag of coffee in the mail. I haven't done this, but I'm just telling you guys that it is available if you use freeconferencecall.com. Okay, so another thing related to virtual call centers, if you guys are trying to build your virtual call center in 2022, another thing I would recommend is setting up what you're going to be using for electronic signatures. So I go between HelloSign and DocuSign. They're both free. The first three signatures are free for a month, or not the first three, but every month you get 3 free signatures, right? So I flip between the two so that I don't have to pay the fee. But if I get a month where I have an influx of agents that are wanting to come in and I'm having to send out more than 3, signature requests, then, of course I'll go ahead and pay the upgrade or whatever for the month. But I typically send out my statement of works, which are SOWs, direct deposit authorization forms, the W-9 form, the independent contractor agreement, anything that needs to be signed by the agent coming on board. I send it through either DocuSign or HelloSign, okay, because they are legal binding signatures through those two particular websites. There are some platforms out there where you can request an electronic signature, but it's not legal binding. So you want to make sure that you're using that type of a platform where the signature is legally binding, right? So another one is oh shoot, I forgot just that quick. Adobe, or am I thinking of food? Is it Adobe? I think it's Adobe, y'all. I think that's the name of the software. Is it Adobe? Yeah, it is Adobe. So Adobe is another platform that you can use for electronic signatures. You can also create like PDFs and stuff like that on there if you need to. I create PDFs using Canva because some of the PDFs that I create don't necessarily need signatures, but the ones that do, I generally send them through DocuSign or HelloSign. All right, so I want to show you guys, give you an example of the registration form that I created. And if you're looking for somebody to create these for you, I am available. I don't charge a whole lot, just $5 I charge for creating registration steps, because it does take a little bit of time. Okay, so yeah, girl, if you need some registration steps for your company, let me know. Hit me up in my email and I'll get it done for you. You just cash out me $5, and then we all good. So let me take you guys to my registration form. I think it's right here. Nope, it's over here. Okay, so new agent registration form. You know what? Actually, let's do it like this. Let me close that out. Let me pull you guys over to my other screen here, because I'm just going to show it to you from the Canva. All right, so this is my Canva. Let me log out and log into the business one. All right. I try to keep my YouTube and my business separate when it comes to like creating artwork and stuff. But let's see. This is everything that I have that I've created for my business. Okay, so here is my updated version of my registration steps. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can see. Let me see if I can make this bigger. There you go. And bring it over here. Okay, so basically the registration steps follow how you register online on the platform. So you want to when you're doing your registration steps, you want to always brand your company. Okay, you don't want to just send them a document saying, hey, new registration guide, use this. You want to brand it. So I always, every time I send out an email, I'm always branding my company. So that's what I got at the top here, and I've made this on Canva. And then I just inserted it there, and then it goes into the steps. The most important thing about these steps is your IB number. Okay, so referred by, that's my CSP number, and then my IB number. So as you can see, it'll go step by step, and it's extremely detailed, so you can't really mess this up. But you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised that people actually do get this wrong, but it's foolproof. Okay, like honestly, it's foolproof. You just go through the steps, like this service ID number, everything right there. You want to make sure that's on your registration step, because this is the number that they're going to be plugging in so that they appear under your call center. Okay, so now they have all the information they need, and anything additional that you want to add to it. I have some additional stuff on there added to it that they have to do. All right, and so once the registration steps are done, they'll pop up on my end. I'll go in, do what I need to do on my end. And then the next thing for my agents, this is what I have set up. Because I don't know any of these people personally, never met face to face or anything like that, and there's so many scammers out here, I ask for identification. I don't feel bad for asking for it, because Arise is going to ask for it anyways, right? So I ask for identification before I finalize their registration application, so that I know I am dealing with a real person and not a robot or somebody faking like they somebody else, okay? Because it's a waste of time. So I have agents send in, before I finalize their registration, I have them send me a copy of their ID, holding it next to their face. Just the front, don't need the back, and then I move them forward to finalizing their registration form, and then they can enroll in classes and do whatever. If I do not receive that one piece of information, I do not move that person forward. I take it as either you have something to hide, or you don't feel comfortable, or whatever the case may be. I really don't care, okay? Because at the end of the day, when you're running a business, you have to run your business, okay? So if someone registers but they don't want to send me their ID, I don't, whatever. It doesn't bother me. I don't even pressure them about it or anything like that, because you just never know. Sometimes it could be a case of wanting to keep their information private, which I do understand that, but just keep in mind, all of that information on your ID, you're giving it up anyways once you fill out your W-9 form, once you go on to the platform to register and fill out your profile information. It's going to ask you for all that anyways, okay? So I don't take it no kind of way. If no one wants to send me their ID, I just move on to the next person. I generally work with people who want to be worked with, okay? If it's somebody that, they're kind of moving kind of slow, or they don't really respond to emails, or they're just kind of there, then I just kind of leave them there. You know what I mean? Like I don't, because we are grown, you know what I'm saying? So I just kind of leave them there. And then if they come back or want to move forward, then we go from there. But am I going to hound the person and keep sending like 5 emails of reminders saying, hey, don't forget to do this, don't forget to do that? No. Why? Because we're all grown. And this is set up to where you don't have somebody micromanaging you, right? So that's the last thing that I want to do, is start micromanaging agents, okay? Because that kind of takes the fun out of it, you know what I mean? So anyway, so that's just a little tidbit there. If you're getting agents that are coming on board to your virtual call center, make sure that you have some type of registration step that they can follow, so that when they are registering, they're doing it the right way. Okay. So with that being said, let me move on to another topic. I've got a little bit, just a few more minutes. Let me move on to this topic right here, the client assessment. Y'all, I have had a chance to take the client assessment, and honestly, it's not even that bad. It's not that bad at all. It's actually really easy. I would recommend you guys doing it from whatever headset you're going to be using to take to take calls, because hold on, I'm trying to find my notes. I had wrote down like each part for the assessment, so that I could kind of go over it with you guys. Where did I write it at? Is it in this notebook? Okay. Look, when organization goes wrong, okay, it's in one of these. It's in one of these notebooks. Here it is. All right. So the client assessment, I would make about allot yourself about 45 minutes to an hour to do the assessment, because you want to take your time. But at the same time, there are some sections that are timed, so you don't want to take too much time doing it. But basically, in the beginning, there's an introduction video about the assessment, about the platform, and then it starts going into some other stuff. So it starts asking you about your work availability, ask you when you can work, when you can't work, that sort of thing. Any other additional information is like the next section, and it asks you like, how did you hear about Arise, that sort of thing. And then it goes into telling you more about yourself. So basically, when you would like to service, first, okay, let me go back. It starts off with an information video, right? And then it goes into work availability, just like any other general application, where it asks you, hey, when can you work? When can you not work, right? Then it asks you, after asking you more about yourself, how did you hear about the platform? And then goes into hours that you're interested in servicing, right? So what are you interested in working? How many hours are you wanting to work? Things like that. All right. Then it starts to get into a work simulation. So you'll have a guide. There's a young lady who will kind of be guiding you through it. And she kind of shows, a day in the life, working from home, just a small snippet of it. And then there's a work simulation where basically scenarios. So if you guys are familiar with like work assessments, where it will ask you questions, basically how you work in a nutshell, in different scenarios. What would you do? Would you do this, or do you feel that way about this, and all that type of stuff. That's kind of what it goes into, how you work and all that. Then you move to another section where they're basically wanting to make sure that you speak English, you know, that they're able to understand you. Okay. So it's like a fill in the blank. You have to be able to, they'll read a sentence, or you'll be looking at a sentence, right? And then there'll be a blank, and then you'll have multiple choice, and then you'll have to pick which one makes more sense for the sentence, right? So that, and then it kind of goes into how you speak. So there's a section where it'll pop up with different words, and every time a word pops up, you just say the word into the mic, and then you move on to the next word. You say that word into the microphone, and then you move on to the next word, and then it does that several times. Then you, so it's like a listen and repeat situation. So after you do all of that, the listen and repeat, like I said, it's really simple. You just have to pay attention and not be distracted while you're doing this. But it's really simple, you guys. So you're just listen and repeat at the end, and that's it. Once you're done, if you did well, it will take you directly to the client opportunities that are available on the platform. If you did not do well, it's going to tell you that they don't have anything to fit your skills at this time, or something to that nature, y'all. The verbiage, I can't remember exactly what the verbiage is, but it's basically going to tell you we ain't got nothing for you right now, okay? And to come back in 30 days and try again. So that's the only thing. With the client assessment, you guys, the reason why I'm saying take your time and actually pay attention is because if you do well, then you don't have to take it again for another 6 months, right? You can go into the platform and you can register with whatever client you want to service without having to take another client assessment. So y'all, I just decided to take it. I was sitting here one day on hold, and I was just like, okay. And then the car, y'all, when I got off that long hold time, I was still sitting here, and something was just like, let me just click on this and just see how I go. So anyways, y'all. So yeah, the client assessment is something that everybody's going to have to do. So when you have agents come on board, let them know up front. Okay. That's what I want to encourage you guys. If you're building your virtual call center, there's a lot of information that you could give your agents up front, so that you don't have to have so many questions coming at you later on, those sorts of things. So client assessment, I'll let them know that up front. A lot of people already kind of know that they have to do a client assessment because they've heard about Arise before, but just haven't actually started working the platform. So y'all, do not let this client assessment intimidate you, because it is so easy. Okay. It's so easy. It's just a matter of you paying attention and then responding. That's it. Okay. As far as this is what I meant to say too. The work simulation section. So that's basically like, okay, call scenario. What would you do in this particular call? So it's going to be like, okay, well, the caller is calling about this, this, and this, and this. What would be the right response and what would be the wrong response? So that's basically how that section is set up. All right, y'all. So we are going to go ahead and start logging into all of my stuff, and then we're going to take a call. Thank you for. My name is Chanina. Who do I have the pleasure to speak with today? Hi, Celia. How are you today? Yeah, sure. What's your booking number? All right. Thank you. And it looks like this was a trip Vancouver. And how can I help you today? Okay, now let's see if I can see it here. Let's see. All right, and Celia, what's your date of birth and who are the guests on the booking with you? Okay, thank you. And you said it was for 178. Oh, both of you did? Oh, my goodness. I'm sorry about that. It's possible, but you've already gone, so I don't see why that would still be the case. Um, oh, okay. Let me jot that down. April 28th. Okay, so I'm looking at the booking financial history, and I didn't see that amount on there, but I can certainly check with accounting for you. Do you mind if I place you on a brief hold? You're welcome. All right, y'all. So I've got this young lady on hold, and what is happening right now is she actually went on a cruise on a few days ago, and she noticed that she was charged for something, and she doesn't know what that charge is. So I did take a look at her booking, and I didn't see it on there. So I am getting a putting in a request for permission to transfer her over to accounting so that they can check to see what that was. Um, Okay, so I basically just sent in a request to transfer her to accounting. Every time you're servicing, there's a chat room that you have to have open, right? So this is where your chat performance facilitators are located, and they're there to guide you to the correct answer for a question that you may have, or to get assistance with a call that you're currently servicing, or permission to transfer. Right now, we do have to get permission to transfer because transfer rates are so high right now, and they want us to stay under a certain percentage. So because everybody is over that percentage, we all have to ask now. So sometimes it takes a little bit of time for someone to respond in the chat room, which could play a part in your call handling time. You guys have heard me discuss this plenty of times, but that does play a part in your call handling time because you have to wait on a chat person to open up your request and then respond. And depending on how many people are waiting in the queue that need assistance will determine how long it'll take for them to answer. Now, there has been times, y'all, where there was no one in the chat room and you're just sitting there and you're waiting. You need to transfer the call. There's nothing else you can do for the person on the phone, and you need to transfer them, but there's not a chat person. So in that case, I just provide the phone number. If there is one, let them know, hey, long hold times. Just in case we get disconnected, here go the phone number. Would you like to continue to hold, or do you want to call back later? Stuff like that. To try to shave down the time a little bit, y'all. Yeah. So while I am waiting, I'm going to go ahead and notate the booking as to why this caller called in. And y'all, I do apologize for the wobbleness or the shakiness of the video. If there is any shakiness, I have to see when I come back and edit, but my desk is really wobbly. So that's why if I ever have y'all propped up on my desk and the camera's kind of moving, that's why, because my desk is moving. So I'm still waiting. I don't know what's happening with this, but okay, there we go. So we've got a chat person who's responding. I'm just waiting on her to give me the okay to go ahead and transfer this guest so that we can go ahead and take the next call. Okay. This needs to go to accounting, right? So can I transfer or no? I'm confused. I think something's going on with the chat room today. It's kind of lagging a little bit. Okay, well, the chat person acknowledged that this needs to go to accounting. She hadn't said to transfer them, but I'm going to go ahead and transfer because I'm done with this call. Reservations, accounting. I am looking for the extension. So here it is. 6. Transfer them over and clear out my screen. Boom. So now we're going to take the next call. Thank you for. My name is Chanina. Who do I have the pleasure of speaking with today? Hey Harold, how are you today? Did you say Harold or Gerald? Oh yeah, yeah. How can I help you today? Okay, yeah, sure. All right. Okay, Harold, what's your agency phone number and who are the guests on the booking? Oh, okay, thank you. And they're going to be cruising. Okay. I see that. Yep, it's got the full amount as a deposit due today, but then there's a final payment date for May 23rd. Okay. Well, you know what? Let me see if I can extend it a few more days for you. That way, that give the guests some time there. Right. Let's see, because I extended it 3 days, so May the 5th. Let me go back and look at the. Oh, it's still asking for the full amount. I wonder why that is. Let's see. Oh yeah, I do see that there's some cross-reference bookings here. Hmm, this is interesting because we're far out, so I'm not sure why it's asking for the full amount as the deposit because we're outside of, let's see, this is, yeah, we're outside of, I guess, 60 days. Let's see, are all of them like that or? Okay. Right. Right. Let's see, let me look at. Okay. Let's see, we'll have to come back to this first one so that I can check and see why the full amount is due as the deposit because that's really weird. Are all of them showing like that or just this one? Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah, so we'll check on that shortly. And let's see what booking number needs a passenger number. Okay. Okay. Let's see, they're on the Western Dome. Let me grab a deck plan. Yep, they're in cabin 10001. Let's see, so they're on deck 10. Okay, so deck 10, let's see. Okay. Well, let's see, because they're in cabin 10001, so that is literally at the very. Y'all, I had to mute my phone. If this man interrupt me one more time. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, their cabin is literally at the very forward. So I'm wondering if if it's because of what's on this particular deck is why they want to be, because there's Club How, and then the sliding dome cover, then the the Crow's Nest, Exploration Central Cafe and Crow's Nest. Oh, so that could be a possibility. That's a possibility too. They just probably want some private time. Somewhere where they don't feel like they're around their kids. Which, I've heard that before. So yeah, it looks like let's see, I would say they're in a good spot if they're picking this cabin for the amenities that are available on this particular deck. Have they had a chance to kind of go over what was on this deck, or do they know, or? Okay. Yeah, I would check with them and just ask them, like, hey, do you want to be, by the Crow's Nest and the Sliding Dome and Club How? Because they're on a deck where all of their cabins are towards the front, so there's none midship or in the aft. Yeah, it does for me too. It looks that way. Let's see. There's a square in there. Yeah. Yeah, I would just check with them to say, hey, this is what's on this deck. Are you comfortable with that? And then if they say no, then of course we'll try to get them, somewhere else. Oh, they do. Okay. And it looks like there's something else going on too. Let's see, what is it saying? Docs to tax address required. All right, y'all, so I am now on a break. So my first schedule was set for 10 to 11. So we create our own schedules, you guys. And I know it can be a little bit confusing as far as like how do breaks come in and how does all that work. So let me explain. Okay, so when I made my schedule, how I do it is let me start like this. So we have a scheduling system that Arise provides on the platform. And when you open it up, it's like all these little boxes or whatever, right? When you click on the week that you're making your schedule for, there's all these little boxes. So depending on the color of the box, it'll show you if that time slot is available. We're able to choose 30-minute time slots. So for me, I normally work a straight 1 hour, right? So I'll pick both boxes, 10 to 10:30 and then 10:30 to 11. And then 11 to 11:30, I leave it blank, which is what I did today, so that I can have 30 minutes to do whatever I need to do. Now, I'm trying to make sure I'm explaining this the best way that I can so that it's not confusing for you guys. But yeah, so that's typically how I do my breaks. I just don't schedule anything for a certain amount of time throughout the day. The reason I don't work straight through, now you can definitely, if you see some slots open that start at 10 to 10:30, then 10:30 to 11, then 11 to 11:30, 11:30 to 12, and so on and so on. If you want to choose all them boxes, hey, go for it. You know what I'm saying? But keep in mind, at some point throughout the day, you're going to have to go to the bathroom and you're going to get hungry. So the best way to fulfill those needs is to just not schedule yourself for a particular time during the day. Now, I do want to let you guys know this because this is just the reality, okay? When we're on a call and it goes over, that means it's going over into maybe a time that you didn't schedule yourself to work, but you still have to finish out that call. Okay, so there are going to be times where, like, for example, I've got my break from 11 to 11:30. There are going to be times where whatever call I was on by the time 11 o'clock hit, if I'm not done with the call, I still have to continue the call. And there are going to be times where it's going to go into your break. It may take your whole break and you may not be able to go do what you need to do, right? Depending on how long your break was. I mean, if you've got a 2-hour time frame, then hopefully your call don't take up the full 2 hours, but you guys get what I'm saying, right? The good thing about that though is even though I know that may sound kind of like a downfall to doing this from home, is because you may not get, it's really not that big of a deal if you manage it the right way. You have to create your schedule based on your household reality. So for me, I do it that way because it helps me to not only work and make my money, but I can also manage my household. So if I need to go clean up or start dinner or whatever I need to do, I have the time frame available to do that if I have enough time. You know what I mean? So I do it I break it up that way. I never work excuse me. I never work straight through. And then the other thing too, y'all, I can't work straight through. I drink too much coffee and have to pee a lot. So whenever I get a chance, well, I think the focus is messing up on my phone, but whenever I'm done with my last call, it never fails, I have to use the bathroom. So it doesn't make sense for me to commit to some time slots and not allow myself to handle some other business. Okay, that is the beauty of being able to create your own schedule. Now, like I said, if you want to work straight through, because there are agents that do it, believe it or not, they will work a straight 8-hour shift with no gaps in between and be cool with that. But that's not everybody's reality, y'all. We drink stuff throughout the day. We gotta eat at some point throughout the day. So you have to create a break for yourself to release, or whatever you need to do so that when you get back on the phones, you'll be refreshed. Okay. So that's how we generally do our breaks. It's more like not scheduling a time to work versus putting in time to be off, if that makes sense. A traditional job, if you want to be off for a certain day or for half a day or whatever, you have to put in that time, get permission from your supervisor, hope you got some PTO to cover it or whatever, and then wait for a yay or nay. Because I've been in that situation in corporate where I needed time off and the supervisor was like, no, I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? So the beauty with this is if you have a doctor's appointment coming up and you know about it in advance, you can go in and make sure you're not working during that time versus you're already given that schedule and then have to go ask somebody, can you be off? You get what I'm saying? So that's the upside to it. And I promise you guys, once you get on this platform and you start maneuvering around and stuff, it's really a simple, like it's not really a hard platform to work with. I know it sounds like a lot of logistics and stuff like that, you know, when I'm talking about this stuff to you guys, because it is a lot of information. But I guarantee you, once you have a visual to the stuff that I'm telling y'all, it's not gonna be, you know what I'm saying, it's not going to be as complicated as it sounds. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, y'all. So I literally, oh, this is the other thing too. Oh, did I say that already? I don't know if I said that. If your call goes over and it's past the time that you are clocking out, you still get paid for that. I don't know if I said that or not, but yes, you still get paid for that. So like, for example, my shift ended at 11 o'clock. The last call that I was on, if it had went over, no matter how long it went over, even though I wasn't technically scheduled for that time in the system, I still get paid because I'm still assisting the last call that I was on prior to having to clock out. Okay. So hopefully that made sense for you guys. So now we are going to jump back into work. I'm going to go ahead and go to the bathroom, okay? Handle my business, do a little walk around the house, because sometimes when I'm here, sometimes I feel like I'm here for myself, but then I don't really know because my stepson, he's like in and out sometimes. So sometimes I don't know if he's here or if he's not here. So after a few hours in the morning, I'll just kind of walk around and kind of, you know, see if anything's different or make sure my door locked, you know, all that kind of stuff. So anywho, I'm going to go ahead and do that, and we're going to come back and we're going to take another call. Thank you for. My name is Chanina. Who do I have the pleasure of speaking with today? Hi, Frank. How are you today? Good. Uh-oh. Okay. Okay, sure. Let me pull up your booking number and see if I can get those numbers merged, because maybe they forgot to do something. What's your booking number? Okay. Okay. Let's see. What is your date of birth and who are the guests on the booking? Okay, so let's correct that. 54. I see that that's incorrect. All right, you guys have a cruise tour R8 here. So let me go ahead and update your date of birth, and it did show me 3 Mariner numbers for you. So maybe there was something that wasn't entered correctly. Okay. Okay, yep, I see it. Okay, so let me jot down these other two and then we'll get those merged for you. 14447A. And then you have another one, 8611 591078. All right, so give me just a second. Let me go in and see if I can get all of these merged into one for you. And it will, once I'm done, it will take 24 hours to update in the system, and then you should have no issues. Right, yeah, that's because you have multiple mariners, so I guess it's trying to figure out who is who. Let me pull up the other number that I see for you and make sure that all. Well, you're the lead guest, I believe. Let me see. Yeah, you're the lead guest on the booking, but she has a mariner number listed on the booking for her. But it only popped up one for her. I didn't see multiple for Deborah. Her mariner number is 8611. Okay. I am not sure. I'm not sure how that happened. That is weird. Okay, so I've got two of the numbers open. I'm just seeing what is different. Well, first of all, your date of birth, so that needs to be updated. So they match, because everything has to match on all three numbers for them to merge. So that could be what the issue is. Let's see, 1954. I'm so sorry about that. That's weird. Let's see. Yep, this number has the wrong date of birth, so let's change that one. 54. Yeah, let me see. Make sure the address and everything is the same. Okay, so even the city is different. So is it St. Mary's? SAINTMARIES? Okay, so let me change that because that could be another reason as well. So let me change it. Because it had Saint spelled out on one number and then abbreviated on the other. All right, let's see. Is the email address the same? Yes. 83861 zip code. Okay. Phone number. Okay, so that is the same. So now let me pull up this third number that you have. Make sure those match with the other two. No, you're okay. It happens. So, you know, it happens. Let's see. Yep, let's change this. The St. Marie's is 2 and this. And the date of birth. So it looks like the date of birth was put in wrong on all of these numbers. So that's why I can't find you. Oh, goodness. All right, so let me make sure the addresses are right. Okay. Okay, so I've got all 3 of these numbers in front of me. Let's go back and double check. Okay. Mail, 11 November 54. St. Mary's. Okay, same phone number, same zip code, and same email address. So the email address I have for you, is that the same email address that you log into your account with? Okay, awesome. So we'll keep that the same. So now let me go back to your booking. So all 3 of your numbers will merge this time because all of the information is the same. So that will update in 24 hours. So let me go over and check the other guest here. Is this your first cruise with her? Oh, okay. Okay, awesome. Okay, well, welcome aboard. Let's see, are you guys celebrating anything special? All right, so for Deborah, I have date of birth February 20. Is that okay? All right, so let me change the street address for her. I'm sorry, say that one more time. You know what? It may be one of these 3 numbers, but I'm not sure which one it's going to merge into. But yeah, if you've gone through the online check-in process with no issues, then you should be good to print out your boarding passes. And you know, in about 48 hours or so, if you just want to check the boarding passes to see or check your account to see which one of these numbers it actually kept you with. If you want to reprint out your boarding passes at that time, you can. Okay, no worries. Let me go in for you and get those sent out to you. All right, then. All right, done. All right, y'all. So we are done taking calls for the day. I just finished up my last shift. It was only a 30-minute shift, so I'm off for the day. It is now 4 o'clock, and really quick before I hit record on the phone, I pulled up the video from yesterday, which will be Sunday's vlog. You guys will actually see this vlog before today's vlog. So Sunday's vlog, it was already ready to go. I just needed to put some final touches on it at the very end, add in one more clip, and then export it. So that's what it's doing now. And then the vlog that is going up today is a grocery haul vlog, the last grocery haul of April. So I have that premiering at 6 o'clock, I think. That way I can chat with you guys. Yeah, 6 o'clock. That way, if you know, when you're watching the video, you can chat with me live if you want to. So that's going to be fun. So I'm excited for that. Okay, so now let's jump into our next thing for the day. So far we've done a little bit of work with our virtual call center. We talked a little bit about registration steps and stuff like that. I haven't had anything else that I needed to do today for the virtual call center. I did go through my email again while I was on my last break and answered a few emails, went through my comments on YouTube and hearted the ones that I saw at that time. Because that's my way of letting you guys know that I saw your comment, is I heart it. So sometimes I'll respond, sometimes I won't, but you know for sure that I saw your comment if I heart the comment. So next thing, we are going to shift gears. We are out of our call center gear, out of our call taking gear, and we are going to switch over to eBay. Yesterday, I told you guys that I was going to start back working on eBay. So the items that I'm going to attempt to list right now are some books. So let me go grab those. All right, so I've got some books that I want to go ahead and list, but first, since it's been a while that I've had these listed, I want to check the comps on them. So I'm going to pull out, I've got two of the same ones for two of the books, so I'm just going to pull out the extra. And we are going to jump on eBay. Let me log in, and we're going to check to see if any of these books have sold and how much did they sell for. So that's what we're going to do. Let me go over here, get my screen up, and then I'll turn you guys around. Oh, I also told y'all that I was going to work on my, the appearance of my store and redo it, the artwork and all that. But honestly, I didn't even get around to doing any of that. When I was done cooking dinner, I literally came in here and started watching Food Network, and that was the end of that, and I went to sleep. So, all right, so let me log in to eBay. Okay, so let me get y'all set up. I've got to clean off my desk, by the way, so that's probably how we're going to close out today's video, is cleaning off our workspace so that we can get prepared for tomorrow. So the first book that I am going to look up is this, The Sixth Victim by Tessa Harris. So this is what the book looks like. Okay. And when you're looking to see if, like if you're outsourcing, for those who want to get started selling on eBay in 2022, when you're outsourcing for your products to list, you can check the comp. So basically the comparisons. Victim by Tessa Harris. And you can use the app on your phone as well. All right, so there's one person that's selling this book. They've got it auctioned for 99 cents right now with $3.50 shipping. So that's what I don't want to see. What I want to see is the sold listings. So I'm just going to scroll down here to the side where it says sold listings, and then I'm going to see if this book actually sold. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can see, but she's got another book here, Beneath a Starless Sky, that it seems like it's pretty popular so far on here. So someone's selling it or sold it for $6.95, and then someone sold it for $6.99. So this author seems like an okay author to list their books. So let's keep scrolling and see what else. Oh, she's got another book on here, Light We Left Behind, and then it goes into some other ones. So this particular Sixth Victim book hasn't sold. Let me see. But it's okay. I'm not going to let that discourage me or not list it or anything like that, because you never know. Someone may actually find the book interesting, or someone may be a huge fan of the author. I just learned that when it comes to selling stuff online, you just have to be optimistic. You know what I'm saying? So some things are going to sell right away. Some things are not. Let's see, 100,000 worlds. Why do I want to say words? Okay. All right, so no matches found. So let's take this off and see if there's any listed. I'm going to unfilter that. So here's one. So somebody's selling one with the same cover as mine, but it's pre-owned. So this is brand new. Theirs is pre-owned, and they're selling it for $4.09 with free shipping. So that's interesting. And then here's another one, different cover, $407, $484, $396, pre-owned, $730. So this is new. Okay. And depending on what your they have this one listed as new, so $16.74, but it hasn't sold yet. Paperback, which the one I have is paperback. So I forgot what I was gonna say. Never mind, it'll come back to me. But as you can see, y'all, it's a little bit of a range, you know, between pricing. None has sold, but you know, maybe if I list somewhere in the middle, maybe that'll work, because I definitely don't want to list it for under $6, right? Because the retail price for this, if you were to go to like Barnes and Nobles, you would pay $16 for it. So I think I'm gonna do like a halfway point in listing this with that. So let's move on to our next book. Right now, I'm just trying to get an idea on if these are even going to be worth listing. If not, if collectively they're not worth listing, then I'll have to go with another game plan and basically go sourcing for some different books, right? All right, so this one is, well, let's see, what will pop up? Okay, so this book is listed several times between the $3 and $6 range. All right, so let's see what's sold. Okay, so this is kind of it's the same title, but it's a different author. So here's what we're looking for. So one sold for 99 cents with $3.19 shipping on February 5th. Okay, so I'm not so sure about that, because I'm definitely not listing this for no 99 cents when, let me see, what is the retail cost of this book? This book, I don't know if you guys can see it, but this book retails for $26.99. So I'm thinking I'm gonna try it for a halfway mark and see how that goes. And then of course, you guys, if I need to come back and alter some stuff once I get these listed, oops, sorry about that. Once I get these listed, then I will. Okay. So our next book is Break Free from the Vortex. No matches found. Oh, that's the in the sold. Okay, so this book hasn't sold, so let's see if there's any listed. There's definitely some listed, and they're ranging between $4 and $10, it looks like. Oh, here's one for $23.95. So let's see, what is the, so US, oh, that's with free shipping though, so keep that in mind. But this book, $17 is the original retail price. So again, this is a self-help book. So again, I might list it somewhere in between. All right, one more book, y'all, and then we're going to close out the video because this is going to be a long video. But I'm going to have to give it some thought as to if I want to actually list these particular books or not, or go sourcing for some different books. Let's see. Whoops, I can't spell. Okay, so here's the book. They have it listed for $6.45 with free shipping. It's a new listing, so they literally, it's pre-owned. So mine's is brand new, so I'll definitely be listening for more. And the retail price for this book, I don't know. It might be covered up under this little barcode right here, so all right, so $6.45 is what it's listed at. Someone has theirs listed for $8.95. This one's $6.15. So this one's definitely being listed, but are they being sold? Is the question. Okay. Oh, you know what? Let's do this. Dog Obsessed by Lucy Postins. All right. Okay, so none have sold, but it's okay. We're gonna, I'm gonna decide by tonight if I'm gonna go ahead and list these or if I'm just gonna donate and then start fresh and source some new books. So all right, y'all, so that was all 5 books. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean off my desk. My desk looks a hot mess. I've got paper towels all over it because every time I went to the bathroom I grabbed a paper towel on the way back to dry my hands, and so I just threw them over in the corner, and I need to dust it off and get ready for tomorrow. So that's how we're going to close out the video, you guys. I am going to speed this part up and throw some music over it. So if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you comment down below, say hello. I would love to chit chat with you guys. Hit the subscribe button, turn on your notification bells to all so that you don't miss anything that I upload to the channel, and I will see you guys on another video. Bye.
And I know of sadness, the anxious and panic, the infinite vastness of all that